Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
On the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieve on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I am filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility and Commander-in-Chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences. Embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia. Through our time together, adheres steadfast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the rule of law. As you are aware, Liberia, for the first time in over 7 decades, experienced a peaceful transition of power when I assumed the presidency in 2018. Tomorrow, we will witness another historic moment as I hand over the reign of government to my successor, President-elect Joseph Nimabwaka, making yet another significant milestone in our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, were never turned against our own people, and external actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength of our nation. We protected the inalienable rights of every Liberian citizen as enshrined in our Constitution. Freedom of speech, assembly, and expression were not only preserved, but celebrated. There were no political prisoners or prisoners of conscience during my entire term, a testament to the development of strong democratic institutions that are now not only hailed as competent and professional, but as trusted and credible. Liberia is now regarded as a pillar of democracy in West Africa and a shining example to the world. This was only made possible through our various collaborative efforts. I want to thank all Liberians, regardless of your political affiliation, for staying the course and helping build a stronger and more vibrant nation. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change. I will remain actively engaged with the politics of the country as standard bearer and political leader of the Coalition for Democratic Change, the CDC, in order to ensure the continuation of our strong and vibrant democracy. I therefore urge you, my fellow citizens, to continue to be law-abiding and seek peaceful means to resolve differences. Embrace tolerance and dialogue. Let us love one another and come together as one people, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let us remember the strength of our unity, the resilience of our democracy, and the hope that lies in the future of Liberia. As we welcome a new era, let us move forward hands in hand with a shared commitment to building a united nation that will continue to strive on observing the tenets of democracy and adhering to the rule of law. May God bless you all, and may God continue to bless the Republic of Liberia.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be standing up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
So good afternoon, those of you in Liberia. Let me say good afternoon to all of you, wherever you are following from, listening from. I say good afternoon. Those of you out of Liberia, as per your time zone, geography, I say hello or hi. And thank you so much. We can appreciate you the more. You're so massive. You're so extraordinary. It is because of you we make this sacrifice. We go to the extreme. Our life is on the line. We are the frontliners. We face them head on. You are on from the headquarters of the Economic Freedom Fighter of Liberia. If you are a member, partisan of that political institution, well, then we have what I would term sycophantic package from your head. If you are a member of that institution, your boss, assume that you are a member, your boss said something he should not have said, but in another context, he's right. We'll get to that. Aloysius Gapo, you are on from, where you following from? Iron Factory. Okay. FCB. Yeah, my FCB Gion brother. Good to have you on, Aloysius Gapo. Aloysius, he met me just in transit, blasted. As if you will call some of my colleagues, I will hear their name and you will not recognize me. I'm always on the show. And I said, I see too many people, hundreds of people coming on, but I just don't know, except for a few that and then he called the full name. I said, okay, I'll continue to see every day Aloysius Gapo, or call Aloysius Gapo. I didn't know that you are the one. It was good that we met in person. And he is a supporter of FC Barcelona. So that's good. Aloysius Gapo, thank you for coming on. Good that you are on the show. Asata Miller from Soul Clinic Community. You said good to be on the show. Yes, good to have you on. Jack Foley Tombikai from Brookville Bible College. There where you are following from. Good to have you on. Emilia Delaney from Brookville too. You are on from Brookville. You say good afternoon to you. Sophie Blamo, you are on. Okay, starting to remember of the show, my dear Southeastern sister, Duarte, you've been on for long. I've been asking for you, but everybody is engaged. Yeah, I knew that you'll be engaged, but we just miss your presence. Good to have you on again. Hope that you are faring well from Minnesota, the United States of America. My dear Southeastern sister, Dwight Benson Victor from Dole Community, Amara Jala Kamara from Brussels, Stanley Sharif from Capital, the nation's capital, you said, and Ezekiel Johnson from Chicken Soup Factory, Charlton Smith, that's Charlton Smith from Chocolate City, Nathan Page from Kakata, Magibi County. This name that said with Dino, rare. From D15, Henry Tito Jr., a regular member of the show. From Caldwell, Chietokpa, from your residence, you said District 710. And Dixon Sibo is the representative of that district. Yasa Sharif, you are on, my dear sister. Good to have you on. Hope that you are faring well. Your presence still resonates. Thank you so much. Augustine, say habao. Some of the names. From Saniquale, you're following. Nima County, you said. Otelo Gatti from Brookville Junction. Stanley Sharif from Lofa County. Stephen Yakade from District 2. Lower Magibi County. J. Tugbe from New Georgia Sanbo. Smith, Dove, Bappin Paul Lee. Oh, Ralph Cooper, Denver, Colorado, Willem Maxique, Pennsylvania, Shedrick Flomo, Painesville, GSA Road, Anna Taylor, Michigan, the United States of America, Stanley Sharif, Masare Abdullah, Eric D. Brown, that's Brownell Senior, Agnes Kia, all of you. Jackson C. Pony and Romancio Latupan of Iron Factory Block Titan Intellectual Center, and Romancio Latupan Kenneball, or Rico for short, is the chairman of the Intellectual Center, alongside Jackson C. Pony Jr. You guys are all on the show. Hope that you are faring well. Stanley Sharif, Brookville. Okay, yeah, you want to keep it short. All right, time is of the essence. We can run through with or just everybody. Time is of the essence. Thank you ever so much for coming on. We are inspired by your presence. We are giving out morning every day. It's morning every day that breaks. We gave out money. 10,000 and 5,000 Liberian dollars. Play the King's Cash giveaway. Start playing. Run ahead of me as you usually do. Dial *79 and *24 hash. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then you can get your 10K play as many times as you can. Play wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just play, and you will have your 10,000 and 5,000. Also, we will give out 1,000 and 1,000 and 1,000 so that you are motivated. We pay you to play, and then we pay you 10,000, and then we'll pay you 5,000 again. You see why the society is divided is on a class system. We try the best we can to help you out, to get you out of poverty. Poverty simply means you lack. It is not a bad condition as some of the pastors will portray it. It simply means you don't have it for that moment, so you are poor. The word poor simply means lack. So when you have assumed that you need 5,000 Liberian dollars and you are hoping how to get 5,000, and God said, take 2,000, which is your last, take 200 Liberian dollars and just play the King's Cash giveaway. And you play, and then God gave you the 5,000. So you have come out of poverty because you no longer lack. You have now, you can sustain, you can do whatever you can. So it is the same as testimony. That is why those of you who are hoping for testimony, you're praying for testimony in church 3, 4, 5 hours. You just need to take advantage of opportunities that avail themselves every day. These people try to get money into your pocket so that you pay your child's school fee, your children's school fee. You can add to your rent. You can do a lot more. That's how you get out of poverty. These people are trying the best they can to help you out. We aren't the one giving the money. We don't have money. We too at Kings FM needs money, needs material, need material. We are only the medium by which these people say we are helping Liberians out, foreigners out. So you please help us to translate the message to them. Let them play so that they get it. Liberty, Fortune, another company that is doing its best to get Liberians out of poverty in this bad economy of Nebuchadnezzar. They too, you just need to squash. And when you squash, there is certainty. Somebody at the weekend won 1,000 Liberian dollars. 1,000. Can you imagine? Liberty gave the man 1,000 United States dollars. His problem solved. 1,000 can do so much in this economy of ours. That's why you need to take advantage. It's 5,000 today, 10,000, and then 1,000, 1,000. Dial star 799 star 24 hash. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and then you can have your 10,000. With that, let's get started. Time is of the essence. Well, when the Congress for Democratic Change was moving with leadership, it was criticized, condemned by vast segment of the country. They said CDC was not right to have taken the decision they took by expelling and suspending several members who would not follow the instruction of the party, but would do according to what they felt was right because they are in the legislature. They are big boys and big girls of their own. Nothing called party mandate any longer. So CDC, they argue, was wrong to have taken action against those people. The leadership of the Alternative National Congress, after several months, took a decision, and that decision, several members of the Alternative National Congress are suspended. several members of the Alternative National Congress are suspended. The party took a decision, the same thing that CDC said, based on what CDC said, or the reason for CDC's decision to suspend and expel those people. The Congress, the Alternative National Congress, would move to take that decision by suspending those members of the party. Several of them came under the leadership knife of the Alternative National Congress for being unruly to the party, not adhering to the party's decision, will go in full defiance, blatant disregard, no regret whatsoever of the party's position. Against that backdrop, they had no option to suspend 4 of its members for 6 months over disciplinary violation. That's what the party said. Who are they? Anthony Williams, he is a representative. Anthony Williams, Nathaniel Barway, and Jan Flomo, representatives. They are in the national legislature. The national vice chair for finance and investment, Phoebe Herons, for 6 months. Of late, Phoebe Herons has given added impetus to Unity Party war against us. He ran in that district, I think 4 times, District 9. He did not win. The people rejected him. The very Unity Party people, he would speak against them. At the time they were in power, he was very vocal. Fast forward, everything is over. He has lost support of the people of District 9. Nothing much to do to sustain himself. So he now moved as a propagandist for Unity Party. It's something that he should not have done as a key member of Unity Party, the Alternative National Congress, without seeking the permission of the Alternative National Congress. He started to go in defense of Unity Party, lambasting the opposition, saying all kinds of things. The party said something has to be done. Yeah, they violated the party constitution, and they consider it disregard for the established disciplinary procedures. The suspension is in accordance with Article 24, Section 5, and Article 26 of ANC Constitution, which states disciplinary action and will emphasize accountability within the party by party members. Yeah. The reason given for the suspension of representatives Williams, Bowie, and Flomo, their refusal to cooperate with an official investigation into their conduct during the unrest or the misunderstanding or the confusion at the House of Representatives. Simply put, their party called them. The party called them to find out and to advise expressly. These representatives of the Alternative National Congress refused to accept the call by their party because they had taken money from their colleagues that came from the executive allegedly, and they felt that they were on top of things and they needed not to listen to their leadership. The party said it is the reason, not the financial aspect. I am only saying the financial aspect. But the party in a statement said these representatives, the action taken against them to have them suspended for 6 months because they refused to cooperate with an official investigation. What the investigation was all about? To look at their involvement, what was unfolding at the House of Representatives with this majority bloc and minority bloc, quote unquote, the removal of the speaker, bringing up charges against him so that the party will know what to do, will advise them appropriately. But they felt that as representatives, they have reached now, they are bosses on their own, and there was no need to listen, to accept any call from the leadership of the Alternative National Congress. Blatant disregard the show for the Alternative National Congress leadership. Simply put, just as Boakai said in the cabinet meeting, his ministers don't respect him. When they are leaving the country, they will go. When they are in the air, then they chunk text message back and say, please accept it. We are out of the country. In essence, you're just president by constitution, but you are not a leader, practical leader on the ground, so we won't respect you. The same way, they say, who is Alexander Cummings? These representatives, that's what they said. Who is Alexander Cummings and other members constituting the hierarchy or the plenary or the highest decision-making body, the executive committee of the Alternative National Congress? Who are they to invite us to come and tell us how to conduct ourselves in this whole misunderstanding at the House of Representatives? We will not accept anything, no instruction from them. We will not accept, we will not honor any instruction from them. So the guys, the executive committee said, but the Constitution provides penalty for defiance, quoting Article 24, Section 5, and Article 26 of ANC's Constitution. They are suspended for 6 months, whether they will accept it or not. Let me say, as I said, when CDC took that decision too, listen carefully. They say power corrupts, and it is true. When you are not in, you will act so submissive, so intelligent. You will listen to all of the pieces of talk. You will follow instruction because you aren't there. You want to be there. But once the person gets there, then when the person has drunk the milk, has tasted the honey, then the person now feels he or she has reached. Hence, will not listen to where he or she came from. You can be the best or the more vocal, aggressive legislator, senator. You can think whichever way you think you can. You can flow whichever way you can with your colleagues. Put on that showmanship. Once you do not have a base, you are finished. I said this when CDC took that decision against Thomas Fowler in the. You can be in that legislature when you are off, you have no base, you are on a sinking sand. The first thing that will happen, the guys will have little respect for you. Two, the reliance that they'll have for you prior to the party's decision against you will drop. Three, they will know that you are gradually losing relevance or losing the backing of your party. And should that happen, you are on your own. They now will turn. They would start to deal with people. We have seen it in that legislature for years. They would now tend to deal with people who have base because you lost your constituents. You don't have a constituent. That means you are not representing anybody in that legislature. You aren't representing a county. You are not representing a district. You're not representing a clan. You just don't have any base whatsoever. And if you have no base, what happens with you? You are doomed. That is why you don't allow the party to reach a point of suspension or expulsion. You ought to do everything within the ambit of the constitution of that party or that institution. Because when you are out or you are suspended for whatever the reason, listen, you think that you have $1 or $2 in your pocket, you're moving in your tinted windshield, you are representative, you go. In other countries, it's just that our country is so bad off. But in other countries, if your party expel you, like what CDC did to Thomas Fowler and the others, the next thing the guys will start pressing for removal from that place. And it will start with marginalization. They will take you from committee. They will take you from every other thing because they can't keep you in those committees or on those committees when you don't have any constituent to represent. You are just a floating member in parliament. You are a floating member. So they will not look at you as a relevant, a key factor member. But in Liberia, that is why the man can look at a political party when the party takes a decision and say, I don't care. You do anything you want to do. I don't need that party to exist because nothing going to happen in parliament. Check it out. Do your research. That is why the people have certain standard by which a person gets into parliament. When you lost your base, you are out, you on a sinking sand, you are a floating member in parliament, those guys ready to get rid of you because no one going to come to you. No one. Do you know that if that parliament, our parliament, if the people did XYZ in there or some kind of representative did XYZ and there is a decision to expel, let's take it that way. If he has a district presiding over his district of 45,000 human beings, those 45,000 will move to that legislature and say, this cannot happen to our representative. The people, the backing for the representative, the senator. We see that in other countries. Yeah, it is a fun fair. No reason why the executive can mistreat and ill-treat, to and fro the legislature because all of them don't know who they are. The very people they represent, they have no time. If another country other than Liberia, you are never going to see that thing we had over there. It's now history for us, the removal of Fonati Kofa. In fact, Fonati Kofa was not removed. Please get it. Fonati Kofa resigned under duress. He was tortured, he was threatened, he was harassed, he was cornered, he was intimidated. To have Rachel Konde in other country, you will not have that thing unfolding. Not at all. So going forward, I can advise you guys who are in the Senate, who are in the House of Representatives, you're listening to your party, you're running on the party ticket. The party supported you. You don't want to be disrespectful, as you will not want in your house or in your very office that the staff will disrespect you. If you as a senator or a representative instruct your staff or call your staff for whatever the meeting, and the staff refused to attend that meeting, what are you going to do as senator or representative? You take action because you see it as a defiance, disrespect to you. But yeah, you guys, you do it to your party. The party risks its integrity for you. The party put money into it. The standard bearer moved from one end to another. You think you got there by automation? You think it was automatic? You have to look back over your life and see how you got to the legislature and be grateful to your party. There is a crisis, and the party calls you and say, come, let us sit down to look at it. And you said, no, you can't go to the party to listen to any, because money was flowing all over the place now. So those three representatives from the Alternative National Congress, they said it didn't make sense to listen to their party. For Phoebe Heron, he's frustrated. Nothing actually happening for him. Yeah. So President Bouakai has nominated John Balut as ambassador designate to Nigeria. That is the normal trend of politics in Liberia. Once you want a job, just go on radio station, move from one radio station to another, set aside between 100 and 150 United States dollars. That means you have to pay for the airtime. So you make that sacrifice. Just go, you talk to a given radio station because of XYZ, get this one, and and you are on the air. And you praise Bouakai. Once you are praising Bouakai, you will get job. So John Balu will move from one end to another. Bouakai rewards him for coming in support of him, designated him or nominated him as ambassador. Sando Johnson went on the air and said anybody who insults Joseph Yema Bouakai, he will personally insult that person. Joseph Bouakai said, good. Now, go to the Senate as liaison between the Senate and the executive. You see how Liberian politicians are vulnerable, are gullible. You see that. You see why you should not believe any politician. Let not a single politician say something to you and you believe it. You take it. No. You trust politicians, you are digging your own grave. If you trust Liberian politician, any Liberian politician, it's like going to the casket center to buy your own casket, and they will put you inside and bury you. You gone 6 feet while they are alive enjoying the money. Never ever trust Liberian politicians. I know how Balu was yesterday. Today, he praises Bouakai, so he gets job. He gone to Nigeria. You know what it means to sit down? I saw Milton Tiaje day before yesterday, right around the radio station, Kings. I was walking out and he was coming from in Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, assuming that he went to see Mo Ali. So we just interface. But as I was going, I know him very well, so I needed not to go close before, because he being a politician around for long, a known politician. So when I got close, then I spoke. I said, hi, Mr. Tiaje. He said, what I bet? Oh, hi, how are you? Man, how's everything? I said, fine, sir. And you're walking with a lady. And I just looked back, said, God, so this is how it is. Liberian politicians are fat. They grow gut. But 2-3 years down, nothing doing. That's how they move gradually into Scarleton State. What? Milton Tiaje. That any one of you can hear Milton Tiaje talking again, that loud mouth, very vocal politician, People used to love listening to him in the Senate, even before he went in the Senate. Even before he went in that place. Wow. So you see, John Balu has been designated, or nominated as ambassador to Nigeria by President Joseph Yeman Boakai. So if you need a job, please get on the radio stations. Just get on the radio stations and praise Boakai. Even if it is not coming from your heart, just do something. Just as advantage at his advantage. Yes. The Liberian politicians. So keep playing the King's Cash giveaway, die *79 and *24#. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US and win for yourself 10,000 and 5,000 Liberian dollars. Very shortly we do a frequent draw. You need money, man. We must give you money. Yes. Very shortly we do just that so that you can have something in your pocket. So before we do that, let me talk this one. Then we do the draw. We'll do the draw. The prison is overcrowded. The prison is overcrowded. Morovia Central Prison, called Sub Beach, is overcrowded. Yeah. 1,554 over 1,554 prisoners. Over 1,554. More than the capacity. More. It was built to accommodate or to accept 320 prisoners. 320. But the number has risen to 1,554. And this number I've shared with you, it has gone up. So before the close of the day or even before the weekend, it might reach to 2,000. If you went to the prison center, what the guys are doing now, those who stay long there for whatever their crime, they have gotten used to the place. It is their living place now. They don't want to go home any longer. They feel comfortable living in that place. So the prison guards trust them. So they allow them to come outside, roam around the place so that there will be space for those they are taking there. There are people in that place, or inmates or prisoners. They stay there for record ages that they can't go home. They even want to go home. They have told some of them that you have been clear, you can go home. They said no. They're comfortable being there. That's one. Another thing that is happening at Sub Beach to ease the overcrowding, they look at the charges. Or if I am a big person and I have a prisoner there for whatever the reason, that person is placed in a secluded area, but not the prison itself. So they are coming up with different strategies. They've spoken with the Justice Ministry. The Justice Ministry is overwhelmed too, don't know what to do, because we don't have many prison centers. And even in modern times, the people not using prison centers now. Only most African countries are still using jail. But we have moved into correction center. So if the person stays in jail for 2-3 years, by the time the person sentence is over, the person will have come out new, because the person will have been rehabilitated by having different skills, different mentality, everything. The person wouldn't go back into doing what led him or her in jail for 3 years. But people are just suffocated in there. No, your defecate right there, your urinate right there, your eat, smelling the defecation, smelling the urination. If somebody is sick, if a prisoner is sick but not too serious, everybody will have to manage. It just bad off. All of the prison centers or facilities are just bad off in Liberia. Unity Party government comes to power. Let's assume they inherited, because they will always find excuse with inheritance. But they said that the rescue. Have you ever heard them talking or laying emphasis on that sector? No. Do you know that it is one of the sectors within the rule of law pillar to look at? What if you have 2-3 prisoners dying from overcrowdedness? You know what they're going to do? They will put it on George Weah and CDC. They will say that what we inherited. You have over 1,554 prisoners. The place is overcrowded because the capacity is small. If it comes out that 2 or 3 prisoners die, Unity Party people, you hear Jeremy Pierre and his man going to information ministry to say that's the kind of facility we inherited from George Weah and CDC. That tells you how the government is empty. The government has nothing concrete to do, but rather engaging in excuses here and there. Look at this damning situation. Over 1,554 prisoners, and it was built to accommodate little under 370 prisoners. But it's been overcrowded. You're listening to Real Talk on Kings 88.5 with me, Sam Andrews, on this 22nd day of May 2025. Let's move now. Let's move to the next pointer, and then we then we can do a draw. But keep playing. Chase the 10,000. Chase the 10,000 and the 5,000 Liberian dollars. Good morning. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. You need that 15,000 going into the weekend. You got so much on your plate. I do not know, then you know. So I can only encourage you to take it. 10,000 and 15,000. So you might, if you win at 10,000 and 15,000 at least, you say, Andrew, buy a surgery. Pastor Melvin Destiny Power, the United States of America, you are on. Good to see you on. So let's talk this one, and then we can turn to you to have your say. Then we move back to the King's Cash giveaway, and then we get back to what they have brought against George Weah again. The greatest person in Liberia is George Manning Weah. The most famous person is George Manning Weah. The most revered person. Revere means respect, honor. It's George Weah. The man whose presence is a threat to Joseph Yema Boaka and Unity Party government, George Weah. So you see why and how Weah is by far better than Joseph Yema Boaka? You see that? So let's talk his speaker. Let's talk Joseph Yema Boaka's speaker's greed, obsession for power. Well, he has gone down in history for doing absolutely nothing for the people of District 11. And if you are sycophantic, God will punish you. If you are sycophantic to say that Richard Kuhn has done something because he's speaker now, so you want to be seen as being honest, God will struck you. Richard Kuhn never did anything significant. He never absolutely did anything significant in that district over the time. In fact, Richard Kuhn even admitted to that. He went to a church when the crisis was on. When the crisis was on, Richard Kuhn went to a church in Gardnersville. He went for prayer. He went to the church pastor to see in his life that he would be speaker or not. So when he went there, I think he and the pastor had been talking. It was the time, I think, after the first bill of information, the second, when the resigned Fonati Kofa speaker filed that bill of information. They were hopeful that the Supreme Court will have gone their way. So Richard Kuhn went to the church to see the church pastor. And according to the information, because his convoy, Richard Kuhn movie, everybody knows that speaker. When the man was not speaker, then the man speaker now. And so he went there. And after the service, the pastor gave him the mic, as it is the custom. They would take the mic and give it to the politician to make a political statement. There he said that the Supreme Court will be declaring him speaker on Tuesday. At that time, they had not gone into the final bill of information hearing. So he said they will make him speaker. And when he becomes speaker, the development that District 11 had not seen, he will make sure that it happens. The people in the church, some people clapping, some people not clapping. Because in the church, you have all classes of people. In the church, you have seditionists, UPs, ANC, WPC, QPR, OPQ. You have all the party represented in the church. So when he said that, those people who are not Unity Party partisans, they leave from different countries to come, from different places to go and worship because they're the church. So they remain quiet. They weren't clapping. Few people will clap. Then he did not stop there. He showed a disrespectful act. And let me say this going forward. Liberian pastor, you have to stop reducing yourself to monetary nothingness. Stop being so obsessed for money. No disrespect to you. I am saying it because I want you to take a stand so these politicians would stop looking down upon you. If you want to give a pastor something, you want to give a pastor money, you will not have to stand in the midst of the church, in front of the church, and say, Pastor, I'm giving 1,000, or I will send you 1,000. That's what Richard Kuhn did over there. And before Richard Kuhn, most of the politicians, that's what they do. How these people are unrefined. But again, you can't blame them because some of the pastors, they are so, like the beginner can say, abu for money. So they lost their essence and value. Politicians come and desecrate the sanctity of their church. You can decide to give a pastor a purse. You can call the pastor on the phone and speak to the pastor and say, Pastor, this is what the Lord leading me to do. I think I would need you to come at this place, or I am sending my aide to deliver something to you, for you. But to stand in the church and say, Pastor, I am sending $1,000 for you. You know what you're doing to that pastor? Not only are you putting the pastor in an embarrassing position, but you put the pastor in harm's way. The embarrassing part, the pastor now, the members will feel that the pastor, get $1,000. So since the pastor want us to do this, the pastor was telling us to do that, no need to do it again because the pastor get money. The representative gave 1,000. 2, you don't know who is who. You announce 1,000 or 1,005. Every congregation has bad people. Least to say when the pastor is outside. Pastors have come under attack from politicians' gesture. Pastors are being attacked in the open. Pastor house are being attacked by rogue because the politician announced, I will give the church 1,500. Pastor, I am giving you 1,004. So everybody say, oh, okay, we're going after that pastor. In other countries, the people take time how to do it because they are aware of the security implication, the threat associated with it. We have mobile money now, so you will see surprisingly, they will not even say anything money over there. After they finish speaking, move. Once the man has the pastor mobile money number, he will quietly send that money with a text and say, Pastor, thank you. I send this as your soft drink. So it is that pastor now that will come and say the representative or the senator or the president or whoever came here and did X, Y, Z. So the man so obsessed for power, the man went erected a billboard. You people have seen it? The man erected a big billboard. Now what they are saying is he wasn't the one who erected the billboard. It was erected by the people of District 13 in appreciation for his ascendancy or election to the speaker position. In this country, the people are crying. The people are in abject poverty. The people, things are just bad off in the country. You just come out of a crisis that you stay battling. You stay battling to settle the house. Then you allow the people. If Richard Kuhn was not in support of that thing, and Richard Kuhn is a person who is not obsessed with power, you will tell the people, no. The people important than showcasing me. Leaders, the primary concern, the people. It is not the publicity or the attention unto them. But in Liberia, every little thing, it should go out. They put big billboard up. All that time, why did they not put billboard up for Richard Kuhn? You see how the people, sorry to say, but sorry, hey, come on. I wouldn't go that route, but sometimes we tend to, but we'll control ourselves. Again, you're stooping so low. Just yesterday, you were crying all over the place that nothing happening in District 18. Richard Kuhn not doing nothing. You cry all over the place. You call into all of the radio stations. Because Richard Kuhn is speaker now, you went and put billboard up for him because you think he has all of the money. He will put all the money in District 18. You see how you can exploit yourselves? It's just because we are literate enough. Not everybody, that's all. But If it were just few, we'll have no time for you people. Because you will complain and complain and complain. When last Rachel Kun, why you did not do it for Rachel Kun as your representative prior to his ascendancy? There where you see patriotic and nationalistic citizens. If you people had actually trusted Rachel Kun, you believe in Rachel Kun as your speaker, why you didn't do it before Rachel Kun became speaker? Must he become speaker before you put Babel up that sycophancy, that pretense? You want to eat Rachel Kun money, and that Rachel Kun money, that government money, that state money, that taxpayers' money. You want to eat it, but that's not the right way to eat it. There are too many ways you're going to eat money from Rachel Kun. Rachel Kun will have to do something there. You don't have to put Babel up. No, Rachel Kun is under obligation now to do. He himself said it that when he becomes speaker, he will turn District 11 into heaven. So what you need Babel for? You just need to wait now and see. You see how some of you are so sycophantic? What would that Babel do? The man is inept. The man has not settled his own house, called the House of Representatives, that he presiding over. They went and did a scan operation. Bwaka disgraced him. His own political godfather, Bwaka disgraced him. Look how that meeting went with the president. It ended in shame, disgrace. Till now, he's still finding it hard. He does not even know anything legislative proceedings. He does not look like a speaker. He does not have the personality of a speaker. Oh, that now Rachel Kun go for you. Nonsense. I see you on that. Let's do our frequent draw, and then we can open the line so that you will have your say in the next 10 minutes. Then we'll move to something that they have dragged George Weah in again. Sorry, before we can go forward, just so you know, let me consider that. The word stupid is not an insult. It is the same as the word fool. The word stupid is used in the Bible by God. Fool is used in the Bible by God. These are all descriptions. They are psychological descriptions. A pastor is preaching on the pulpit, and the pastor looks or explaining a situation and say, this man, he's using a scene from the Bible, and said this man was a fool. People who think the pastor being rude. No, the pastor not being rude. The pastor is not insulting either. The pastor is only being descriptive. Hold on to that. They have dragged George Weah into another stupidity. Hold on. We'll talk that after I've heard you. But let me do this draw. Let me give this money frequent draw. Let's do our first frequent draw. While you keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. The star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. That's all you need to do, and then you can have your $10,000, $5,000. That's all you need to do. Let's call this person. Then we can turn to you. But continue playing, oh. Continue playing. Hit the jackpot. The jackpot is 5,000 and 10,000. You can play by dialing star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US. All right, let's go. Let's call this person. Then we can turn to you. Morning first. No answer. We go the second time. That's what the people say. You must call the person 3 times. If no answer, then you leave it. All right, we go the third and last time. The person ain't 1 mile. Yeah. That thing's rough like that. And you can't answer your phone. What if you have the embassy calling you to pick up your visa to go America?
Yellow valued subscriber, please be informed that the number you're calling has not answered. Please call again.
No, I'm not calling again because the REL people told us only 3 times we should call. If they can't answer within any one of those 3 times call, then it's off. It means that money now, they forfeit it. You can't get it. So let's go to you now. You can have your say on these pointers. ANC decision to suspend 4 of its key members. Yes. And what again? We talk about John Balut has been nominated as ambassador designate to Nigeria by President Joseph Yeman Boakai. The erection of Richard Bebo. The speaker has Bebo. The overcrowdedness of the prison, Moravia Central Prison South Beach, is overcrowded. Those are the 4 pointers. Let's go to the line 0772 23 99 33, 0886 30 44 97, 0777 9803 75. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Mr. Japa calling from Cross Creek.
Let's hear you, Mr. Japa.
Okay, on the land of the church, the pastor, if you make me giving money to a church, you don't do it secretly along with a pastor. When you pledge, let the church know you pledging this for the
No,
church.
Chief, that is not the issue. I did not talk. That thing I only said it in passing. That the billboard led to that, the erection of billboard. Hello? Hello? You are on the air, Chief. Hello? Zero 0772 2399. You came on and then you went off. Jean McBorough said, because they have nothing to go home. Philip Nangbe said, I had a respect for Mr. John Balut, but I'm highly disappointed in him. That's the reason he was talking all those things about we the people. Yes, that protest is coming. We the people. He claimed, he said the people took their name. Jean said Kofa was forced into resignation. Therefore, he was removed. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Andrew, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Your name and where you call from?
Yes, this is Hussein Keu. I call from Jacobstown, district number 2. So I listened to the 4 pointers. The first one, let me use this opportunity to say thank you to Mr. President for the preference of John Balu. I think every Liberian would love to serve their country. If even Sam tomorrow were to be nominated by the president to serve as the deputy press secretary to the president's office, Sam would take pride in serving his country.
Abomination.
Not the individual. So congratulations to him in advance. serve your country well. The image of our country should be branded there, so that other people around the world can respect our country for our representation. I think in this country, if it is not in our line, people don't appreciate it. But I want to encourage those who are listening. Liberia is all we got, and we are called to serve your country. Make it as a commitment, and a service to country, not an individual. So thanks to the president for nomination. He has the power to nominate. And I think those who have been nominated should work in the interest of our country. The issue has to do with the big goal. Sam, if even I was in district number 11, I will find every resources to print out a big goal for a speaker who is representing my district.
Okay, Chief.
Like in district number 2, if Sekou Kane was the speaker of the
No, but but why you in district 2? So why you didn't do it all along? If you appreciate it, why you didn't do it all along?
No, I have a stake in district number 11. We have a property in district 11. Why I live in district 2? We have property in district number 11.
All right,
I
Hussein.
have property in this view. I have property in Courtwell.
Okay, Chief.
So,
let's give chance to others.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you always.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. Thank you for the program. Thank you for what you are doing. Thank you for fighting for the Liberian people. Let me tell you, John Barrow, then there are people that they do not have no integrity, because he stepped up from the president. This is why
You went off, Chief. Check your line. You still there?
I said Balu needed work from the president. This is why he did what he did in the time past. They do not have contract. My brother, because nothing that will bring a party battle life. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's hear you.
Mr. Andrew?
Yeah, let's hear you. Then we'll go to the women's line.
Yeah, I'm Steve Ligio Pico, calling from Brussels. You know, my brother, when you try to do some analysis when it comes to pastors, they will go again to justify their means. You see the first caller? How will you carry a politician in the house of God to preach? They may go to politics.
No. You got that wrong. I did not. I only said, well, Richard Kun went to the church and he went to ask for prayer. And I know what happened there. I was only saying that they need to be very careful, but it's not a talking point, Chief. No. Hello. You don't hang on that. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you. Your name and where you call from, Chief.
Sam, this is the Rock of Gibraltar, and my name is Johnny Hackman. I call you for my comfort in Brazil. And let me thank you for this topic on the discussion. But you know, when the struggle for the better intensify, you know, where you have people put a better in wheelbarrow and in tackle have been swept under the carpet, like John Balu there. You understand? So people that Balu there, they have to come and denigrate themselves before Joseph Boaga can get a job. If you listen to all these guys there, like Joseph Boaga get job and reason that they keep to denigrate themselves. Like Samuel Johnson first, John Balu the second. John Johnson came up and he said, anybody that call Boaga, he will call the president man. The next day, they getting job. John Balu said, they need we the people, he the one initiated that I mean. So, I mean, people must go out of the integrity before you get job. We're not saying that we're saying that everybody can work for the country, but the matter of form in which you will make yourself to look like before getting a job.
Thank you, sir.
Like John Badu, I mean, not yet. You serve as senator, you go broke. You guys should have been doing different things, business, other things. I mean, happy to see how they can impact the economy in different ways. Because the
people are too wicked. They were here. John Balu, they were here. He was in that place. Boaga was sick. Boaga did not have money. None of them ever showed concern for Boaga. John Balu was moving all around like big ball. Because Boaga comes to power now, he out of power. You see how life looking? That's why God say you should be of help to people, because you can never tell. John Balu, anyway, here in our legislature. Boaka was sick here. He didn't have treatment. John Balu never ever went to Boaka house. In fact, he did not want to hear Boaka name. But because it rough on him now, no way. So he went from radio station to radio station. He got ambassadorial job. Let's go to the women's line. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, good afternoon. Let's hear you. Your name and where you come from.
That's Errol Council calling from Tiki to Patrick. Well, I will thank God for that man, for them to hand people for him. But what want to tell him, I want to believe when you won't face it before you move for his power. Thank you.
Which building now? Huh?
Capital building.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Hello?
Good afternoon, my brother, Sam Andrew.
Yes, good afternoon.
This is my sister, your sister from the southeast.
Let's hear you, my sister.
Yeah, tell people the truth, say Andrew. You know, people that who take care of them, they will come to the public and say, if I will do this, I will do this. Look, when you tell Boaka, say Boaka not to his friend, they will come after you and tell you, say the man, oh, that is short, right? Or somebody come on the public and insult like many people, then they clap for you, then they give you jobs. So that will be okay. As a leader, somebody insult people, you can't say no. You can't be there to check. But you will go and reward them with job because now you get a relation of popularity, right? I say, Andrew, it's wrong. You are a leader. One person, we are jealous. He said, no, you'll be part of me. Don't be arrogant. Follow my footsteps. But if I was saying, you saw leader, you become I like you get your job. Then we get we come on. Yeah, we did the right thing. Go and tell your content well. Thank you, God. Let God be with you. I said, Andrew.
My sister.
And you. Will take care of today, tomorrow, it will. Oh, hey, be preaching about super special on Facebook, or to the station there, and defending part of wrong attitude, and see that the right thing you're doing, so you can get a job, and you will get that job. But that job you will get, you will not enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a nice Thursday. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Victoria calling from Johnsonville.
Let's hear you, Vic.
You know, my brother, you never already. They have recently you never your power. When you call, then they give you power. When you say something, then they give you power. That the men are educated. Don't have people seeing it. Don't have for them. You never. I'm sorry for them. Once they all support come and job back to the rating. When the rating they meant to do now, they meant to do a party in the country. Somebody will insult. That long more the customer just work for water innocent people. You will insult when you call back, will cost your man. Then you get a major. John Balu say war. Then you get John Balu job. So let Boga men see what man. The men see what man. First when they say the public get student educated. Then when somebody say war, they make any percent job. Somebody that educated as son. You will not cause when they get you job. That one job we are doing. When you can't repeat that job we are getting job. And I for all the time you are getting job. You know, say the men looking for integrity. But Joe Baga fake support them more. When you call they get job. When you say they get job. So take it over. You be just say yes finish. Don't know, you know, I'm going to go against integrity.
Thank you so much, madam. Have a nice Thursday. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Andrew.
Yes, good evening. Let's hear you.
Okay, my name is Jugwe calling from district number 11 to be Pacific Dabwetan this afternoon.
Let's hear you, Jugwe.
Yeah, okay. The allegation laid against the citizens of district number 11 by placing baseball in the middle of Rachel Kuhn is false and misleading is regrettable. What the men have done for the district so much that we put baseball up for him. Even Honorable Kuhn decided to go to Sano County, Canton to run as a representative because we have no space here. So what we don't even have a couple as a district. So where that money come from? He used that money on his own just to put the blame on the district. You need to be questioned where you pull the money from.
But they both say that the district people, that the people of the district erected a Rachel Queen for $5 there.
Just do a survey, come here and interview people in the district from district to district. From area to area, you get to know.
So nobody went around collecting money. You never had meeting to
no. I live Dabwetan.
You live Dabwetan.
Dabwetan, beyond Great Baptist, and as part of district number 11, nobody came to us to have meeting.
But the people of Barnesville, the people consider Barnesville to be the estate. So it could be the people from Barnesville estate did a thing, and you people weren't in the know.
That way, that is not almost in Barnesville. We are in the estate. It's about 10 minutes or 15 minutes distance, or about 6 minutes distance. There we are going to watch football game. So it is false and it's busy.
But the billboard is okay for you now. It's timely because it's going to benefit you.
The billboard?
Yeah.
No, for here, not for us.
But are you speaker now? You're representative in Rechekun. You get speaker in Rechekun. So District 11, you should not worry.
If you use the country money, then be able to tell the people that are country money, but not to put it on. They are conscious minded people living District number 11.
But the people said that so you're who in the district now, you got to tell us. You got to tell us. We got what we got from the people. They said Rachel Kuhn did not put $5 inside. Because Rachel Kuhn was elected, it was the way of appreciating him. That's why we're quoting them directly. The people of District 11, that's what they said.
Maybe those are close to him, but it's not true.
Okay, Chief.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice Thursday. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. This is the official spokesperson by the Liberian movement. Like you said, the 4-pointer, the third one, the second one, I want to speak on it, and the last one, thanks to ANC.
So what is the name of the civil rights movement, man?
Liberian movement.
Yeah, what is his name? He doesn't have name.
Sorry, William W. Let me say thank you ever so much, sir. Like you said, and let me say thanks to ANC. What I say is that those lawmakers, the people who come from their area in the community and they will put the lawmaker. They come from the CDC. The people will say vote on, vote on. The children, whether they had a relative on the other side, will not vote them because the party say. But then when the poor police will go do that thing, they do something extra and going against rule of law. So there's a right thing that the political party don't see the man is popular in their money, no. But when you're not doing the right thing, they are sparing or telling for them because what tomorrow will tell an example. And let me say, Sam, those people that see all around, we the level people, we are not. Let me tell you. Now we don't want to put it there because what we saw medical men putting the thing up and they won't put it up. Where they doesn't have the money to put out to do all that thing. And when you go on, when the people are there, even estate junction.
But when you saw Willem Wulu, when you saw the people putting the billboard up as a citizen of District 11, did you try inquiring?
Thank you. The man I saw really cool. I know my man in Tower. I know really cool man Google. Yeah, Martin and I really cool man. I didn't want to put it up. I never saw community people coming around to see what no. And there was no meeting we actually said on community. I never saw community here or seminar coming together. They say want to SYD to have something.
So you saw them, but you did not inquire. You did not ask them. You did not find out. So what did they tell you? What did they tell you?
Go to someone junction and post on mail online. Will tell you.
What did they tell you when you wait now, my man? Wait. Hey, my man, drop the emotion. Wait, take your time. Take your time. The people listening to you, they won't get something clear. The first man from the district there, he gave his version. You said you saw them putting the billboard up. And I asked that you inquire from them, that you go to find out from them. You say yes. What did they tell you in return?
You told us that they are really good people to put it up. Well, the first one time I wanted to go ask them, what the iron for is so out at the honor of the speaker, on the road that the iron put up to put the people. After now we start seeing them.
So there was no information going around like people will usually do when meeting is about to take place. They will send people from community to inform them of what they want to do, why they should go to the meeting.
Nothing as such.
Suddenly you saw billboard up with Richard Kuhn image.
We saw billboard on it. We saw billboard. The first time the man on the regular, the iron acting. After now, the few start putting the people up on it. Wait. Meeting, I will tell you that there is no meeting. So we come together to see how they will appreciate. No, nothing as such.
Where
exactly is this billboard with Richard Coon image?
He has to speak to Ben Salt there. Even some Katan Johnson is there. You see, in most of the community,
so they are when my man drop the vexation. Here go. Drop the vexation and the anger. Take your time. I am controlling you. I'm controlling you. Yeah. Are you saying that the guys are putting the billboard in every part of District 11?
Every part. I run it all over. I can run Banana all over. Even to my Johnson. Johnson is there.
Okay. How many they have put up now? How many billboards?
Meaning, even about some there or them. In DV some there. That you burning the DV care. One that's up there. Or some kind of Johnson is there. You burn store is there. Coming when the last is there. You see? There are many billboards.
But how you talking the things so the billboard that's something you just go and pull and move, you go to the next one, you pull it down. That thing that I saw is huge. It can be done in just hasty manner. You just put it one, you go, you put it one, you go. So but they've been doing it over the days when they started erecting those billboards.
Yeah, in the day, from the first time I go and cry for the minute hour in the day, when they're putting the iron there, put plenty on the ground. So in the day after the hand is that you putting the people on it. Or in the day.
Okay. All right, William. Okay, William. Thank you, sir. Richard Coon, the next thing he will announce his position, intention to be president of Liberia. Let's go. Let's hear you, Chief. We have to take our break and go some.
I'm Prince calling from Disville.
From Disville. So you are a member of District 11.
That what prompted me to call you.
What?
Wait,
my man. Here you go. Yo, wait. Why call you my man? You don't rush to be talking. I control you. I will get your time. Just take your time. Don't rush. You say you are in Disville. It's where you live.
Yeah.
Do you people have Richard Coon billboard in Dixville?
I saw one right up in Miracle Kettle area. Then I did this morning. How you go, yeah?
Miracle Kettle area is in Dixville.
In the deep cut, the pound one station there. I saw one opposite there.
Miracle Kettle area is in Dixville.
Before getting to Papa or even the police station.
My man, the other one is in Dixville. So there is a billboard there. Eh?
Yeah.
They put one billboard there. You saw it with your eyeball?
Yeah, good. I live almost opposite. Not about 3 or 4 minutes from where the billboard is.
So as we're talking, you there, you looking at the billboard.
Good, very good. It's on the iron pole. Yes.
But the people say you people of District 11 gather, you had a meeting, you raised the money and got the materials to start erecting the billboard in appreciation of Richard Coon.
I asked him, that's the thing you all to. I said, when this was done, what is done maybe by the commissioner comfort or the center state chairman, Mr. Peter, or done by Pastor Town chairman.
I get you. Thank you. LRB politicians. Let me take two, then we move to another level. Hello. Richard Coon announced his presidency. Yeah. Yeah, you are on the edge. I'm doing fine. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, myself, I give God the glory for life.
You in District 11? You live in District 11? What is your name first?
Okay, Dr. Andrew from the people place.
What is your name? What is your name?
Hello, country, but I think Morobia presently the chairman of the Cloud Clemu.
So you live
in the district. We are Toba.
We are Toba. You live in District 11, Richard Coon District, the Speaker District.
I'm not about speaker business. Let me talk what I want to say.
No, but I want to know where you are now, where you living right now. And you in District 11?
My house is there. My wife is there, but I'm living in District 16. I'm in a cool people town.
Oh, so when last you were in Badnosville District 11? Because I want to know whether you're there.
My house in Samokatan behind Itiema.
Samokatan falls in District 11?
Yeah, surely.
So the player where now, the player where living. You are Richard Coon Sambo there?
I don't see A there. Just hearing A today, so I will check around.
Okay, you must check there, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that for you.
When you check there, you see it tomorrow. You must call on the show to tell me, yeah.
I'll call the show. Even I need your number first.
Yeah. Okay, you send me your number, then I will text you mine.
My number is using the 777-222. It's a number.
Okay. All right, I get it.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes, sir.
you see, mostly this morning show I wanted to call. You see, the ungratefulness with these people call UPace.
Okay. Yeah, what happened?
I listened to them on Spoon last night. The top manager since 1847, that post that continued, even manager were living in. When Joe we are a big duplex for headquarters for MPA, they say the engineer say a data that what he was saying. It got me annoyed last time and seriously.
Okay, Chief.
They are doing there.
Yeah, don't mind them. Yeah, they are very ungrateful. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Hello. 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 You're going off, oh. I'm bringing your own, but you're going off. If I can get 2 or 3 or more persons, just few calls, man. Few from District 11. But I think I've heard enough. So that's who the man is. Y'all started to see it. I've told you people before Richard Kuhn became speaker, when Richard Kuhn were representative, I'll tell you, y'all will see more. And it started in the house, and the house is split. Didn't we tell you that the stepping aside of the speaker was not the end of the crisis? It was just the beginning. Y'all will see fighting in that House of Representatives. Y'all will see bad representation out of the country into this country. Y'all will hear international partners, just as Boaka confessed that his ministers are disrespecting him. Donors have told him that his ministers are misallocating money. The same way, y'all will hear Boaka will come on that international partners told him that his speaker is this, his speaker is that, his speaker can make the representation of a speaker. That man is just as Dillon. What did Dillon say? And Dillon say we are grossly inept. Just as Boaka grossly inept, so is the speaker, the so-called speaker, grossly inept. And I want you to saying so that when you see these things, this is another sign that you know of a leader who is grossly inept. A leader who is concerned about himself, about his fame, about his elevation, about the publicity, about portraying himself as a celebrity. It is ineptitude. It's gross ineptitude. He prioritizes himself above the leadership or the people. You ain't see nothing yet. Thank God Almighty that Fonati Kofa is off. Thank God. God in heaven is even happy that Fonati Kofa stepped aside. The day Fonati Kofa took that decision to say, Boaka, thank you, I live in it, the host of angels in heaven, they rejoiced, they celebrated. Now it's on Boaka and his speaker. And we saw the first gathering. Boaka made a shame. Boaka confused. The speaker confused. The deputy speaker confused. Members of the House of Representatives walked out, subjected them to silence. You're listening to Real Talk as well as watching on Kings 88.5 with me, Sir Badges. Let's take this break. When we come back, we go into something that again they have dragged the name George Weah into it as if George Weah. Let's take this break. Liberty Fortune is proud to be associated and on Kings 88.5.
Yes!
Pee-wee,
Yes?
what all the happiness for now?
Yama?
Hmm?
The thing that making some of our friends in other countries can be building houses and sending their children to Google schools now come to Liberia, yeah?
What's that?
They got one Liberian company called Liberty Fortune.
Liberty Fortune?
Yes, this company bringing one game they call Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win game.
And how people can play this game?
Very easy. Buy their ticket and scratch the silver part on it. Just the same way you can do the scratch card. Then any money you see on it is for you. You can win different amount of money, all the way up to 10,000 USD.
So you mean when I buy the Liberty Fortune scratch card and build the silver part, any money there is for me?
Yes, and you only need just $1 USD on the same money LD to play and win.
But where I can get a Liberty scratch card from?
Go to the shops. Go to the boys who selling scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Don's residence on 2nd Street, Tottenham Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Pee-wee, thank you for this life-changing game. Liberty scratch card, we for it every day.
Spend small money and win big money. A message from Liberty Fortune LLC, the new game changer in Liberia.
Well, and get out of poverty. Use your time well and get good money. Good morning. So, 0886 21 46 79. I guess you have received your money. It's in your account as frequent player. A motivation to get you playing. More of that as we go on with the show. In the meantime, you keep playing the 10 and 5,000. That star 799 star 24 hatch. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50 US, and then the 5,000 for you. You can also win 10,000. Yes, so that's 15,000 right there. You don't want to miss out on it. Play as many times as you can, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Even in your car, you can play. At your business center, you can play. In the store, you can play. In the office, wherever you can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and you will have that 10,000 for your as well as the 5K. We are in the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. It's not easy. The country is tough. So please keep playing the King's Cash giveaway, so that you get money in your pocket and you can do something with your life. Bwaka does not care for you. You heard Bwaka say his ministers are misusing donors' money. They are taking it onto themselves. They are enriching themselves. Yesterday it was the cry, raising their voices, corruption. Today, at least the president who said there will be no corruption in his government will admit to corruption. So let's go now to the second and final lap of the show. We talk the second sycophant character. These people, I do not know how they saw Bwakai. But anyway, that is how the devil is going to come, or the beast or Satan. Just as Bwakai came, that's how the beast is going to come. Oh yeah? That is. He is going to come in a royal way as the deliverer. He will come preaching the message of deliverance, of rescue, and on and on. And then what happened? The people will embrace him. Once he is seated, he starts to show his true color. That's how he's going to come. That's what you're seeing from Unity Party. So the guys inside, they saw Bwaka as the Messiah. Based on that, they saw the other people as Satanists, and they will condemn them, they will vilify them, they will do all kinds of things, say all kinds of things. The people who brought Bwaka on as the Messiah to deliver Liberia are the ones who are now gradually shamed to get out the pretending like they're talking. Keep playing the King's Cash where we're getting there. It's 10,000 and 5,000 Liberian dollars. Dial star 79 and star 24 hatch. Play with 200 Liberian dollars or $1.50, and then you can have your 10,000 going into the weekend. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. So 5,000 today. You can tell you can win 10,000, 15,000 into the weekend. Your weekend set. Emmanuel Gongwe, when Bouaka assumed the presidency, this man had the audacity to go sit down in Bouaka living room. How he and Bouaka, they are related. They from Lofa County, and Bouaka is a traditionalist. And sitting with Bouaka, you get good old stories, and you can see all kinds of things he was talking. Based on that, because he praised Bouaka, Bouaka put him on the assets recovery team, led by Clark Edwin Martin, who went at the Senate today to explain certain stuff about their work. He left the assets recovery team. Bouaka went and put him at the National Port Authority. You see how the country is politicians in this country, the boy get integrity. The politicians, no integrity. They will go with loud mouth, they make big mouth, they say all kinds of things when you hear them as people who can never stoop so low. Emmanuel Gongwe, I don't think that his boss man, Julius Malema, know about this law, this sweeping position he has at the National Port Authority. Emmanuel Gongwe, the economic freedom fighters, between 2022 and 2023, this man was very vocal. This man saw we are as the devil in this country and saw Bouaka as the Messiah. Every now and then he was calling press conference, speaking like a South African, like his man Julius Malema. Goes to Bouaka, praise Bouaka a lot. That they're from Lofa County and they are related, and the old man is this and the old man is that. Bouaka said, go sit down on the assets recovery team. He could not make it, he left. Where is he sitting? The man is sitting at the National Port Authority under Dukley. He's sitting at the National Port Authority under Dukley as director of training. Director of training. Look at the positions there. The man who was very vocal in Weah's regime against Weah. You see what? You see Liberian politician, you see how Bouaka reduce you to nothing. You may be more he care. Look where the man go send that other man. That play that is just there by name, but nothing extra you do. No real money in that place where he sends Sando Johnson, liaison between executive and the legislators. Those hungry men, those vampires, financial vampires. You think they will flow with that Sando Johnson man to give him money? Bouaka only did it because he been there. So Bouaka said, well, let me know the legislature, go sit down with it. Do you know that the president can make fun of the politicians after they finish making noise all over the place? Then they just send them into a low-grade place. Look at the other man, Milton Tiaje. You can hear Milton Tiaje sitting in Songana Corner at LPRC under Amos Tue. He's sitting down there. The man who left the legislature, Ali, he got good position. He's sitting that Gabriel Buchanan Smith, Yeah, I think he's the deputy for administration. So I want the man in lucrative position. But Metantia just sitting inside in a corner with one debt. The beginning will be passing in front of the door saying, all kind of thing throwing to her at him. He can be so ashamed and embarrassed. When you lose, when you are a sell-out politician, at what happened? Emmanuel Gongwa go said National Port Authority Director of Training. So yeah, the man he acting like he vests with Baka. He vests with Baka. He can talk about 60% of Baka entities and ministers. They are not functioning. How did he arrive at this figure? I see you on the one man. Yeah, go sit down. Nonsense. But anyway, number, yeah, at least it is all right for us. It is good for us in the opposition. I told you all yesterday, this is what we want. These are the things that we want. It's not my responsibility to praise Boaga. Even Boaga turned this country into heaven. It's not my responsibility to praise him. My responsibility is to make sure that Boaga is out. And because they don't want to get out, so they are countering us by their quote-unquote reloaded or class reloaded. So how can the people be praising the government, their president, and then we sit in the opposition community and praising? Let me tell you, listen, we are communication people. We know the different facets of communication. We are not in the normal flow of communication. We are in a warfare. The government ministers will not sit on class reloaded and praise the opposition. They wouldn't see anything good being done by the opposition and highlight it. They will condemn it. They will never. Have you ever seen that before? No. Then why? It is not our responsibility. I can sit. I told you people yesterday, everybody go in my community. They will tell you, Sam Andrews often say that openly in the midst of Unity Party people, CDC, ANC, everybody. When we're talking, they say certain things. Oh, you people are dead. You don't support the country. And I tell them honestly, argument, that it is not my responsibility to praise Joseph Yeman Boakai. Even if Boakai turned this place into heaven, it is not my responsibility to say, yes, Boakai did well, he turned the place into heaven. It is my responsibility to say Boakai did not turn this place into heaven. This place is bad off because I want to get Boakai out. And that is the politics they were preaching 6 years ago. And it worked for them. 6 years, they were in prison. They were insane. All of the goods that we was doing. Didn't you hear the people? They said we are doing nothing. Nothing we has done. Even the people saw we are constructing. They saw the 14 military hospital going up. First time in the history of this country. They said we did nothing. They saw construction going up. They saw rehabilitation of roads. They were still saying that we did nothing. Chief, they're not normal communication thing we in here. You understand this thing? The political warfare we are in. The political warfare we are battling. That is the reason why they've come up with that something to counter us. And they are coming up, I told you, my intel is giving me a leaking out gadget. They're coming out with another one. Not only that one, they call class reloader. They are spreading just like chameleon. They want to spread everywhere in different ways, not using that single name, class reloaded, and getting in foreign minister on, minister of public works on, the other one on. No, why that one is on, they're creating another one. We'll talk that next week and y'all will see it. That no one will tell you Sonny Hawkins, you can see it. They play small. All is that. Yeah. It's small. So, here is it. Yesterday we got the news of the passing of the wife of slain Liberian president wife Samuel Kayando and Necedo. Couple of hours after, a man claiming to be the son will accuse former President George Weah of neglecting those late wife or dead wife now, Necedo. And he will state his reasons. One, that the former president turned his back on the legacy of the late president Samuel Kayando and his family during his 6 years as president of Liberia. Two, former President George Weah, the son would say, enjoy the support of the Crown people from his early political days in 2005. Three, that he, George Weah, according to the son, failed to demonstrate any meaningful recognition of the Doe's family. 4, despite the grievances raised for the removal of reburial of the president, the late president, former President Weah will say nothing to that. He will show no concern. 5, the exclusion of all Doe family members from government appointments or government position during Weah's presidency. 6, the son will go on to say, the man who is claiming to be the son, that Weah never visited the hometown of the Doe family, something they expected. And on we can go. This is what I want to say to that. If people don't stop using Weah's name or stop shifting blame on Weah or using Weah as a cover up for the failure, I can tell you God will struck them. They have to stop. When you put in everything on one person and you know that you are lying, God himself can come in defense of that person and expose you. And I like how former President Weah will go about with his life. All these things that people are bringing up against him, saying all kinds of things, you don't hear him say anything. He epitomizes James chapter 1, verse 90. It said, be slow to speak, quick to hear, slow to anger. That's the path former President Weah moves on. Not that he not hearing these things from Bwaka down to the janitor to other people saying all kinds of things about him. And may I say to you, these things don't move Weah. You know why? Because Weah endured more than this before he came to the presidency. And in the presidency, he endured even greater ones. But he was prepared for these times and these things from the onset. If Weah was just like some of the politicians here, then you have every day You have an international community calling press conference. You hear them saying this, you hear them saying that, you hear police moving, you hear army getting ready. All kinds of things was going to happen. But because of Weah's wisdom, intelligence, and refinement, you see this country is peaceful. Where there's something I'm about to say over there. That's why I kept this thing for the last. There's something about to say. They ought to blame themselves. And it is wrong to shift your negligence on somebody. It is a curse by itself to shift your negligence on another person. And that's what you see from this so-called son. Where he should have shifted his blame, he did not. But rather to think he can use the former president as a trump card. So here is it. 1. The Crown people did not make anything Weah. Weah made himself. 2. Former President George Weah, or Weah in his football career, got close to the president by the president's attraction onto him based on his performance. There was absolutely nothing tribal. Former President Weah getting to know the president, the late Samuel Doe, and Samuel Doe getting to know former George Weah then was because of Weah's great performance on the national team, what he was doing for his country. And based on that, what he saw in George Weah then, coupled with the other guys, Alin Sadiba, Jonathan Sogbe, all of those guys, the late president decided to give the support he could to get the national team being vibrant. And that's how it all started. Their relationship was not on tribal line. It wasn't the Crown people that made Weah the footballer he was. It wasn't the Crown people that made Weah president. In fact, go to the stats, ask the National Elections Commission, ask the stats, how was it? Look at the percentage that Weah accrued from Grand Jide. The people of Grand Jide did not do the needful. Don't matter, I think they'll be talking all around here. They were not saying it because of the football and former President Samuel Kayando took on to Weah, the footballers, because of the way they were taking the national team from one end to another, engaging in continental tournaments and making headwaves. But it was not on tribal ground that, oh yeah, they may. So the son has to have a second thought. Weah's reign. Was it real responsibility to go to former president wife, former president days, where the woman was all through? Wasn't she in America? Did Doe not take his family from here and carry them in America? So while she was in America, was it Weah's responsibility to have fed her all through, provide support for your children? What? There was nothing when I go sit with former President Weah and ask him. It was the football, the national team, the performance. All of us know how Weah came up, the strides he was making from one end to another, so much so that Cameroon recognized him and said, "My man, come on the side." From that, the European countries started running behind him. Was it the Crown people that took Weah and said, oh, look, my man, we're bailing you up from here, we'll send you, sir, or the Doe family? Was it Weah's responsibility to take care of the Doe family? Wasn't he a president? Wasn't he killed by the Gio people? And you don't let us to go that route because you got to stop. I'm saying it the wrong way because we have to stop this thing in this country. Every little thing, instead of owning up to your own negligence and take responsibility for it, you'll find somebody to shift blame on. It's absolute nonsense. Sheer arrogance. The daughter of the late Samuel Doe, Nessa Doe daughter. Here is the ingrate to the core. She came into the country. She left from here at an early age. Throughout her life, she stayed in America. Did everything in America, married in America, everything. Did the mother ever say, come, let me show you my son, everybody, that man called George Weah, our president, used to like him for football, he did this, he did that, and this president here is so good, all kind of thing. No. The woman comes to Liberia. What does she do? She goes to the former president's grave. The next thing, she goes to President Joseph Yuma Boakai. She sits in the president's office and praises the president. You go back to her script, it's available. Her voice, everything is there. She left from there. She went on a radio station in Liberia. She had a lot of praise for Joseph Yuma Boakai. She never said, let me show gratitude, even though that my family did not tell me, but there was and there is the former president who took the national team from one end to another under my father's regime when he was president. And my father, even though I was small, but I used to see what he used to do. And this man is here today. Let me go and see former President George Weah. She did nothing like that. She went in Boakai place. She had the best of all praises for Boakai. That Boakai is this. Boakai is a good man. Boakai is the best president for Liberia. In fact, all kinds of things she said. All of us followed that event. Nessa Doe, being here, when Boakai came to power, 2023, he was elected. Nessa Doe was alive all that time. Let's assume for discussion's sake, Weah did nothing. So Boakai in power now. Those months or years she was alive, what did Boakai do? The daughter went to, I want to believe that the mother must have told the daughter. She came, she went to Zopeno, Senator Zopeno. Senator Zopeno knows the entire history. Why didn't Senator Zopeno tell her, let's go and see the former President Weah? If, by the son's argument, they did so much for George Weah, they did absolutely nothing for George Weah. And it's just by courtesy, by respect. But no one is under obligation to help another person. It's just because we are all Christians. And that's why the Bible says, help each other out. Boakai is in power. From the time Boakai ascended to the time she passed, did Boakai do anything in between? The daughter was in Liberia. She went in Grangeda County. She was on TV boasting, talk that we're going to meet the president of Liberia. She went and met Zopeno carried her to see President Joseph Yuma Boakai, who did absolutely nothing for them. The same way you said Weah did nothing for you. The Crown people did XYZ for Weah. What did the Crown people do? The Crown people did not make Weah president. No. They did not. The connection was not because of anything tribal or inter-tribal link. It was from football. If we did not do anything for the former president, it doesn't say that others could not have done something for her. All those things the man cited, they are all trash. Who responsible? The man she went to, why didn't she tell? Why didn't the daughter tell the current president that Mama is in this condition, Mama is lacking this? Because the daughter went now. Maybe they told the daughter that, oh, the man, we are into nothing. The bad man, don't go there. So stay away. So you stay away. Nothing. The man will force himself on you because you say your day XYZ. What did you people do? The history available. What did the crime people do? If the daughter was grateful, even she should have used that thing to create, to open a new chapter. And say, let me go and see former President Weah and sit with him. He is a repository of traditional knowledge too, of intertribal link. Let me go and sit with him. Let me go and see him. I was small when I left this country. I must have heard one of two. So at least seeing him, it will be a great joy for me. Let me reach to my uncle, Zopenon, to tell him, so at least he can book an appointment for me to see and be in the presence of former President George Weah. Then we can take it off from there. There was nothing like that, though. They were only concerned about meeting Bouaka. So that short time now, why Bouaka did not help the woman? That Bouaka, that president, he's sitting over the comfort. He has all of the money. Why Bouaka did not help? Then the son bringing that nonsense, say, we are this, we are that. You stop that thing. Me, I've seen that thing, and it's in the Bible. Tomorrow I'll give you 2 verses on that so you'll see. When you shift blame on people and consciously you know that you are not saying the truth, God in heaven can struck you. God, he can struck you. You read 1 Samuel. Is it 1 Samuel chapter 2:6? Yeah. It said, God kills, God brings to earth, God makes poor, God makes rich. Everything. I think it's around there. I think it's 2:6. Yes. It's 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. You see, you have to be careful. Say the Lord killed and make alive. He bring down to the grave and bring up. The Lord make poor and make rich. He bring low and he lifted. For those two, God in heaven. That's why he said, vengeance is mine. Don't lie on people. Don't lie. That thing that son doing, he has to be careful. Not everything. Right now, Unity Party excited with it. They're putting it in a political contest. They're running with it. And that's why I decided to talk it this way too, because that warfare we in. You don't lie on people like that. Judge, we are responsible for nothing. He's responsible for no Doe family. Your son and your Samuel, your son and your Charles, how they call him? Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson went in against your crime people. He killed your president. And then he justified. You ain't do anything. You ain't blame there. That George Weah and son saying X, Y, Z. You know what you're doing from a country perspective? We already in a warfare. Unity Party people just looking for these kinds of things. If the Unity Party people must have given you money, my picking, let me tell you, that money there, it will expose you bad way. Because that's what they're doing. They'll give people money and say the thing about George Weah. Because George Weah announced he's coming back and it hurting them. They know that he is a threat, he is a force, he is a political heavyweight. So they will do any and everything. So once they hear something small, they will call that person and say, oh, my man, you know this and that. They get small something, then that person come up and say, oh, Judge Weah, And here we are. There the people be fooling you, you'll be doing anything. God in heaven will struck you. When something happened to you, United Party people will have no time. You better stop it. Every little thing you're shifting blame. It's shifting blame. The United Party people can solve their own problem. They shifting blame, so they use you people as surrogates. You think we know the history? When George Weah King 2005, 2005, 2006, all the way when he got elected, that the Crown people made him president. That Crown people made him a star footballer. That Crown people gave him Ballon d'Or. Then the son can't talk that nonsense. The daughter came here. Very ungrateful daughter. Very ungrateful. She never had the audacity. If you people have this cultural history or this history, why wouldn't you say, let me go, Zopeno, you my uncle. Please, let us go and see former President Weah. Since you say that the Crown people did, my late father did XYZ for him, he was loved by my father, he was this, he was that. So let's go and see. Let me tell him thank you. Because being out of the country from childhood, my father sent me out of Liberia. Because he sent her out of Liberia when he was president. She herself said it. That she didn't even know any part of this country. So you people now who have the history, you the brother, why you didn't tell her? So since the sister came to Liberia, that she will go and see the former President Weah, and they sit down and talk. Daughter and father talk, and then they move on from there. You never do it. You went to Boaga because Boaga president. Why Boaga didn't have in between? Nonsense. Let me take a few calls, and then we are. But keep playing the King's Catch giveaway. I think we need to do one more draw. Keep playing. Dial *79 and *24#. Play with $200 Liberian dollars or $1.50. Let's take a few calls. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you quick. Your name?
Okay. I'm coming from Great Britain.
Oh, okay.
Last statement I bought making. Like who statement making? You don't you manage?
But your boy, he was suffer ill because God punish you.
Don't you manage? The Great Britain will for job we are. Like who is talking? We for job we are. I want so. We're not voting job we are because although.
Now United Party people using him.
We're voting. That's why what they're talking. Kind of a so we're not voting there. No fully party can say it. We don't have those and those women they want. But I was doing. I'm not carrying away. I'm not saying anything, Papa. We will for job. We are told on now. Nobody will fool up. That Boaga care of fire. If you made us say that, Papa will make Papa have prayer conference from now on. So insult that ball. You want to see? They will have prayer conference. It's not also talk that you know if the Papa will have prayer conference. They will deal with that man. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Arthur Claudio GD. I'm calling from Lower Johnson. Yeah, okay. Mr. Andrew, I beg that so-called son who claimed to be son of Samuel Doe, the late Samuel Doe. I want that you do. I know you do very well. Maybe somebody else who on the altar, from the altar that talking and saying that some talking rubbish. They're seeking recognition for the real family. Maybe they want to be heard.
The United Party created son. United Party created him.
That man want to be here so that the family of Samuel Doe will recognize him. Because that man, he was a player. I knew it before. I went with him a long time. Anyway, man, I whole lot of girlfriends and all that, children and all over. Maybe some of the people that the altar. Okay. Other people will call them altar speakers. Speaking from altar, looking for recognition.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. Let's go out of Liberia. Okay, thank you. Let's go out of Liberia. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning, Andrew.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah, let's hear you. Your name, which country, which state you calling from? The United States, Belgium, France?
I'm Gabriel calling from Europe.
Yeah, let's hear you, Gabriel.
And I'm from Grand Chile. Okay, I just want to portray the a few kinsmen that just called. If that Giondo ever wrote that, we are not surprised of Giondo. The Grand Chile will continue to vote. We are based on So we are competency, not because of any affiliation with two or whatever. Okay, so Gion do have personal issue with Joe. We are the highest problem. We the Grenadier, we are exempted from whatever he think of. We are not part of him. Okay, he not Gion do is not representing the Crown people. He got a father property. If they really want to, it really mean anything. They got a father property. They should form a foundation to ready pay the father out and other stuff. They should not bring that into politics. He worked with Joseph Boaga for a long time. Yeah, he lied down over there. He should be able to be concerned for himself. Okay. So we are not part of him. You should not conclude to say the Crown people. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling there from Europe. I appreciate it. Let's go this side. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear you.
My name is Ophia. Yes, St. Andrew, I'm begging you, because of Chion, those statements, please don't talk to the Crown people like that. Please, I'm begging you. Chion, the church, from time to time, they've been United Party. Chion was working Freeport, Ellington, Freeport. At the same time, he used to get over and talk to Georgia. So, Georgia have never been friends from time to time. So, please, we've been beyond with the grandchildren. We've been beyond from 2005 up to now. So, what you say, right? Made me feel bad just now.
Okay, let's go this way. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
How you doing, Baba?
I'm good.
Okay, let me take this time to say sorry to the Brazilians. If they say what you say to the Brazilians, they heard them, I say bad. You want to do something? Let's stand there and say what you see is wrong. I know who they call Gio, they call, I know Gio do. He who killed his father. He know who killed his father. So say about him that his father, his stepfather, we don't know. He know who killed his father. If you know, work and pour you in the water and leave you there, if you were there. You know, people just not kill his father, so then they use it today. They want to dump him, and they want to use never he gets it. He let you know say they have it. You want to go and say to critique man. So I'm going to say sorry to my Virginia brothers and sisters who had my prayer head. But I want to say sorry on this class you have for what's in the best thing because you're angry when you said it. But I want to say sorry to all of you who on your side. But we are your son. The stupid man come on and can't talk for them, but we are not that tough. The Virginia, not stupid people. They know what they want in the country. So they walk out, can't talk, but we are a level there. Who never put again lie for their party? Who say nobody put again lie, they get people with lie. That is lucky.
Okay, my sissy.
People, don't take myself for having me. I beg you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I beg you, Papa. I'm just trying to talk to the Nigeria. I'm not from Nigeria, but you know, Nigeria people, they're standing there for Joey. That they are son, no matter fully boiled, like you need to, I've been according for attention of West Point.
Okay.
The United Party position in our bottom statement. The United Party position in our bottom statement. And when I even say one no abone, when you vote for Joey for that are fully what to do. Thank you. Tomorrow you say our regime speaker coming to our day, so I hear talking about I say when he come tomorrow I say we don't want regime speaker.
So they told you that the regime speaker coming to your place tomorrow?
Yeah, one passing myself friend passing again, I start talking. He said the regime speaker coming here tomorrow. I say
What part of district 11 you live in?
District 7 and not District 11, District 7.
Oh, District 7.
Yeah, Solomon Johnson.
Oh, so he going to visit your
I'm not going to visit me. I'm not part of you. I'm not regime speaker.
Oh, but you just said the regime speaker going in your district now. So it means that he going to visit. Yeah.
Me, I'm not part of you.
Okay. All right, thank you. Hello.
Yeah. I'm having Johnson calling from Tuporo. St. Andrew, I will join Man City to apologize to our children. So because they been with us since 2005, they been supporting CC. So if you say that, it will make other people to because of somebody.
Chief,
so you got to try.
Chief.
Thank you.
Chief.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, you ain't understanding, eh? Yeah, let's
Hello?
go. Let's go. We ain't doing a drop.
Hello?
Yeah, you are on.
Yes, Andrew. I want to say thank you for your hard work. I'm Letitia Sale Morai. I'm from Grand Gide. That which John Doe has said does not represent the Grand Gideans. This John Doe doesn't he know that the man any Jerusalem that funded the United Party donated 10,000 United States dollars to us teach his father that led to his death. But when 2011 he came to Liberia.
You went off with your line. Your line. Wow, change your location. Hello? What's going on? Yeah. Even the internet, we too we are experiencing a network problem. Lone Star and Cellcom. I do not know what is happening these few days. Let's try this and hope that it goes through. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Anyway, I'm Kokole from Cowell.
Yes. So what you can say, so your internet, I mean, your line get dropped.
Yeah, okay, issue on the ground there, that little boy, it seems to be, you didn't know what he's doing because
now you know the part they created, you know the part they created, the man.
$30 million to go back agriculture thing there. And he pay money and share the Eddie just say he's funding everything that they're doing.
Okay.
And man, he say he go to that good man for him. That means he's sharing for something that you know.
Okay.
Let me try and go back on the drawing board.
All right, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you all. That's all the time we've got for the show. So it was a bad day for Manchester United yesterday. Tottenham beat them 1-0 to lift the cup. After 27 years, Tottenham came and lifted the cup from Manchester United. After 27 years. Can you imagine? Manchester United is cursed. I think, but Manchester better because in recent time, Manchester won trophies. Manchester better. Arsenal is back off. Arsenal. I think it's going to 30 years. Arsenal has now won Toronto Cup. Yeah. So at least Tottenham lifted something. Manchester United, they won couple of trophies. Yeah, they have not been in the Champions League, but at least they won some trophies. They missed out on the Europa that was Europa final, eh? Yeah. But Arsenal, gee. I see why one pastor he linked Arsenal to the devil. The men are going to Baba too. The men go preach a sermon. The men using the man say Arsenal is just like the devil. Here you go. When Arsenal will win trophy, 30 years now. Of course, Arsenal needs deliverance. Tottenham won the Europa League last night 1-0. 1-0. Okay, so the Club World Cup is coming up next month, and the format has changed. There are several teams now. Unlike the first one, you have the winner of the Champions League. Then you have two continental winners. They will meet. The Champions League winner will play one game and wait for the final, and then goes on to win it. This time around, FIFA said no, let it be competitive. The winners from all around will come together. So I think it's between 32 and 32 teams. Yeah, 32 teams. You have Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Manchester there. They draw. Let me help you with that as quickly as I can. Then we go. But it's out. It's out. You can see it. It's out. Yeah, you can see it. There are 32 even more than 32. It's going to be tough, and it's next month. FIFA announced it will take place next month, June. And it is the same time of the Champions League. The Champions League final will take place in June. So it's same time. Next month, the football games will be very many and tough. And after that, they got few weeks to rest, and then they resume 2025-2026 season. Right now, the transfer window is open. They're buying players. Real Madrid already signed the first player, a defender from Bournemouth, a Bournemouth central defender. Okay. So that's it. That's all the time we've got. We're back tomorrow. Before then, the news is on at 6. You want to keep tuned to Kings 88.5 for the news at 6. And then at 8 this evening is Face the Issues with Teacher Light, Anthony at Law, A.B. Whalen from 8 o'clock. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. I'm Sam Andrew.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you. From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
Esse bonario, Sibiri Pila Patala, Liberty Fortune Company is here for every one of us. If you wanna get money easy, Liberty Fortune scratch and win, they will make it a get a kappa. Hey, yeah. If you want